Ladies and gents, feel most welcome. If you're watching me for the first time, make sure you subscribe, like, and share. And make sure you leave a comment in the section below. And our discussion today is Africa is bleeding. But the question is, who is going to wipe its tears? Africa is crying. The people of Africa are crying. The biggest question we are asking ourselves is that who is going to wipe our tears? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, thank you so much. This is Mr. B. Mr. B means Mr. Bishop. Yeah, my name is Bishop, so that's why I call myself Mr. B. Um, Africa is home. Africa ni nyumbani. Africa is home. But you trust me, Africans are crying. We have all the minerals, we have everything that it takes. We have good climate, we have things that can make Africa great. But Africans are not great. We are actually named as third world countries. It means that we are underdeveloping. What is underdeveloping? What is this that is underdeveloping? The people, the education, the infrastructure. What is this that is underdeveloping? Africa is crying. Since the colonizers left, they left the continent. They never left in peace. They're still haunting Africans. What we are seeing is not the Africa coast, it's the colonizers' coast. I just want us to take a journey. Look at what is happening in Nigeria. Men and women and children are being murdered, genocide, just because they are Christians. They are human beings. They are Nigerian citizens. They are being murdered by the so-called Boko Haram. What is the agenda? Children are crying. Nigeria, murdered live, seeing their mothers, seeing their fathers being murdered. Nigeria. We have a government in Nigeria. Yes. We have army in Nigeria. Yes. But what is happening? Is it that the government is so kind of weak that it cannot end what is happening, the genocide that is happening in Nigeria? There's a pastor who was consistently, and he's even going loud and saying, America, Trump, please come over. Why is he not calling upon the Nigerian government to intervene and solve the problem that Christians are passing through in Nigeria? Recently, just a few days, I don't know if it is still happening, somewhere in there's just Sudan. Same thing has been happening. Genocide, women, men, children being murdered in the name of they are Christians. I don't know if that is the main reason as to why they're being murdered. Just because they are Christians, they were murdered. And others were displaced. You see, you are in your own country, you are being displaced, you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. You become a foreigner in your own country. You become foreigners in our own continent. Africa is home. Africa, we are black people. This is our continent. Who is killing ourselves? Is it the Americans coming to kill the Nigerians? Is it the Sudanese coming to kill the Christians in Nigeria? Is it the Chinese who have come to kill Christians in Sudan? What's happening? Africa. What is really happening? Africa is bleeding. And we, instead of the neighboring countries, instead of putting our hands together and solve the problem that has been so difficult for the president of Nigeria to solve, come together. This is alive. Like, people are being murdered. People, it's like me being murdered in my own country just because of my religious belief, or just because I am black, or just because I'm a Muslim, or just because I'm not supposed to occupy the land of my ancestors. The neighboring countries, what are you doing? The government Nigeria is weak. How long has it taken, and how long is it going to take to solve the problem, to listen to the cries of the people of northern Nigeria, so that we put the genocide to death? The government is put in place to protect the lives of the people. Nigeria. The people doesn't feel right to live in their own country, own ancestral land. The Sudanese felt the same. The civil wars. Who causes the civil wars? Is it not the government that causes civil wars? If it is not the government that causes civil wars, and why can they end those wars? Why can they end the criminology that is happening in those countries? What is happening? The armies, what are you doing? What are you doing? Africa is home. Africa is our country, is our continent. How long is Nigeria going to cry for African Union to respond? How long is it going to take for African Union? How long is it supposed to take you to respond effectively? You have the well-trained armies. AU, African Union, what are they doing? Are you happy to see the Nigerians being murdered? Is it your wish to see men and women dying? Is it your happiness? Or maybe it is a connection you have with our perpetrators according to their plan to reduce the population of Africa by 300,000. Is it the journey? Because Nigeria is about 200 million people. Population of Nigeria is about 200 million. So you want to reduce the population of the people of Nigeria, the great people, talented people, exemplary people, Nigeria. Sudan, what is the response of the AU towards these kind of rogue actions done to the people of those two countries? What are you doing? The government, what are you doing? How pleasing is it to see the mothers, the fathers, and their children being murdered, crying, being displaced? How happy is that? How pleasant is that? AU, African Union, AU, Africa is bleeding. Yes, Africa is bleeding. Africa is crying, seriously. And the government and it is people, the people of the continent Africa, we are busy concentrating on things that does not support the unity of Africa. Today is Nigeria. Today is Sudan. The next day, look at Congo. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Africans. I'm an African and I have the blood of Africa. My ancestors are calling Africa, Africans. What are they doing? What are we listening to? What do we, when we are 2-3 people, what are we talking about? Today is Nigeria. Tomorrow, it will be in your country. Congo, M23 still killing the people. Congo has never been at peace. The Congolese, the Congo people have never been at peace. As long as you are not rich, you are disadvantaged. The Congo people, you can relate the stories. As long as you're not rich, nobody talks about you. You deserve to die. For others to occupy the land, for what is benefit? We're just pop-ups and pop-outs. Africa, we have China that has 1.5 billion population. We have India, around 1.6 billion population. I've never seen, I've never heard, maybe suicide, but I've never heard that the Chinese are fighting against themselves because of the land. We're just pop-ups and pop-outs. But Africa, we have been made to fight against ourselves for the benefit of the perpetrators, for the benefit of those who have the bad interest towards our continent. This is what's happening in South Sudan. And the government is quiet, doesn't talk about that. It doesn't concern him because you are poor. But when you are poor in Africa, you are disadvantaged. When you are poor, nobody's supposed to talk about you. You are poor. Africa, home, the cradle of mankind. What is going on? Where have we got ourselves lost? Where did the rain start beating us as Africans? Look at my country, Kenya. My country, Kenya. What is happening? On Monday, this week, on Monday, on Tuesday, that's yesterday, there was the protest. We were in the streets. What was the cause of young people going on the streets? High cost of living. The prices of fuel increasingly going high and not showing signs of stopping. Going high. Prices are going high. And once the prices of fuel is going high, definitely other things, their prices goes higher. Other items, their prices goes higher. And the problem is our economy, our economic growth is bad. Our inflation, we are importing much than producing. Our GDP, gross domestic product, low. Just want to see something. Yes, sir. Hello, hello. Salem. Uko? Sawa, nakupigia simu kidogo tu. Yeah. As as Africans, we have failed Africa. The leaders are not talking about the genocide. Nobody's actually, the bloggers and the vloggers are the ones talking about the genocide, talking about, people are dying, burying real people. The bloggers and the vloggers are the ones talking about that. But the government has the powers to stop what is happening. But they're not talking about anything. In Kenya, I was just talking about Kenya. In Kenya, we were in the streets and we were protesting against high cost of living. This is not the first time. We have been going in the streets over the same issue, high cost of living. The leaders do not care at all what you people are passing through, whether there's no employment, there's no opportunity. When you start a business, a system is created that definitely puts your business to death, as in Kenya. And my youth, young people are being frustrated, devastated. Things are not moving, and you cannot speak. You cannot speak. Who do you speak to? The leaders have put a threshold, a big one that you cannot, actually, a long threshold that you can only see them, because the threshold, the walls are transparent, but then you cannot, they don't even hear you, but you can see them. A big, long threshold. So the citizens are left wallowing. The citizens are left watching, asking questions themselves and wondering, when will this come to an end, so that we enjoy the privileges that our country has for us? We are asking ourselves questions, and nobody seems to provide the solutions of those questions that we ask ourselves. And we are in our own country, but we are enslaved, economically enslaved in our own country. Young people have turned into thugs, have turned into drug addicts. We hate each other. We think our friend is the one who is holding us from achieving what we're supposed to achieve. We have come to hate amongst ourselves. And because of the political affiliation, we are now killing each other. You see, because you are supporting UDA, somebody else supporting the other party. So we are clashing amongst ourselves, while the politicians are on television watching on how you people, you are fighting among yourselves. And the police were supposed to provide security. Now they've turned into the people we are fighting against. The politicians who have caused the problem, they are watching on television on how you people, you are fighting amongst yourselves. The biggest problem is that we cannot ask ourselves, why are we fighting? And what is the result after fighting? Because we have been put in a certain hypnosis that our eyes are so short-sighted, we cannot see beyond what we want. Africa. That's my country, Kenya. The government is doing his own things. They don't care whether you are liking it or not, whether you are affected or not, as long as we are after fulfilling our own agenda. Whether you say yes or no, as long as I'm here to achieve my agendas. People cry, people speak this, speak that. We get ourselves confused, we get ourselves affiliated, and then that's it. We pass poverty to the next generation. We think that maybe if I marry and have children, somehow I will nurture my children and their lives will be better. But opportunity keeps on getting narrow, and even disappearing. That is in my country, Kenya. So what is happening in South Africa? Xenophobia. There's a fight between who and who, a fight between the indigenous South Africans and the foreigners from other countries in Africa. Those guys who have fled into South Africa to rescue peace, to have some peace, to do some business. Now, the South Africans have decided that, you know what, you got to go to your country. Other ladies and men are dying during that struggle. The opportunities is small, a small, limited opportunity that cannot accommodate the South Africans. And now they're telling fellow Ghanaians who are living in South Africa, please leave. The Kenyans who are living in South Africa, please leave. The Congolese, the Nigerians, Tanzanians, Ugandans, Rwandese, Burundis, Botswanians, even the Zambians who live in South Africa. The South Africans are busy asking these people, please vacate, leave, go to your countries and build. In the same place in South Africa, we have the white minority who have safeguarded themselves a place, a palace in South Africa that they call their home, and have refused that they will not leave. What is the plan for South Africans? If you are sending away your fellow Africans from your country, what about the white minority who have occupied your land, who calls it their land at the moment? And what about that? What about it? Are you going to send them away, or you will accept them as part of your people in South Africa? When you see the elections that are held in Africa, the leaders are not elected by the citizens. The leaders elevate themselves to power to achieve their own personal secret agendas. Tanzania, it happened. Was it last year? A leader forced himself to power, elevated himself to power, imprisoning the opposition leaders. And AU did nothing. African Union did nothing. What is happening? What is happening? Hey, what about Uganda? The same thing is happening. A man who has been there for over 30 years in power, still holding power. Some people say is good, and some people say no. We need to get lead of the old leadership, invite in young, youthful leadership that is going to elevate our people. Is it going to work? What about Morocco? Morocco, the 94-old man still want to secure his position as a president. After he's being elected, he goes back to France. He leads the Moroccans from where? From France. And you call it fair? This is Africa. This is our home. This is Africa. This is where all mankind, this is Eden. What are we doing for our fellow Africans? Why do we hate each other? Why must we steal from each other? Why must we see others down struggling? Why must we watch our fellow Africans being killed because of the religious affiliations, because of land, because of petty reasons? We need our land. We need to love our own Africa. We need to protect each other. For America to be great, they decided to unite. For China to be great, they are united. For India to be great, they decided to come together. For Russia to be great, they decided that we have the business for this country to be great. What is Africa's business? Who is dividing Africa? Look at WHO. The kind of medicine they accept to come to our hospitals in Africa. The kind of medicine that is being installed in our hospitals, they are the kind of medicine that actually cause diseases, and we are being injected with those medicine, which slowly is killing Africa. And they're talking about another pandemic is coming. Another pandemic is coming. So what? And who is creating the pandemic? You're not asking yourself, as Africans, who is causing the pandemic? Who is creating the pandemic? And what are we supposed to do about it? Who is creating the division amongst Africans? What are we supposed to do about it? You're Africans. You are an African. And you cannot even come here, you cannot even comment. But when it is a religious discussion, you'll have a long list. It is discussing about, God exists. God exists. Who doesn't know God exists? Our business is to use the knowledge God has given us and the opportunity God has given us to build Africa. God is not coming to protect the Nigerian genocide that is happening. It is you who is living, who has the power to rise and protect ourselves. They're saying, oh, pray, pray, pray. They have been praying for all that long. Oh, we are having you in prayers. The same thing happened in Russia, 2018. The Christians were murdered. And what did Africans do? Pray for Christians in Russia. So what happened later? Listen, gentlemen. Ni mimi na overthink. Am I overthinking? Am I getting out of my mind? Am I confused? Am I temperamental? Am I thinking fast? I think no. I think there's a problem, and there's something that is dividing us. The books that you're reading, Napoleon Hill, Think and Act Smart, and what the great business books that you've read, the great education and philosophers, the degrees and diplomas, people have graduated. But instead of providing solutions, they are causing more problems. And what is the need of this education? What's the need of this education? We have good education, we have this education, and we are even claiming to the government, you are even asking the government, you should pump more money in education. And we can see the graduates. Ruto is a PhD holder? Is he providing solutions to our country? I have so many leaders who call themselves most learned. Look at the continent called Africa, who has the people who post because of the education. Maybe the education you are studying is not an African education. Maybe you are studying education that enslaves you and the people. You are being materialized because of the same education. You are focused on chasing money. And you are ready to do anything to your fellow Africans as long as you have money, as long as you are rich. You are ready to kill your fellow Africans as long as to take their properties. And we call ourselves that we love Africa. I come from Africa. I am a Nigerian, I'm a Kenyan, I'm a Ugandan. There's a disease. Who is dividing us? Is it not education that we study, which has consumed our mind? We have become so cynical that we are more of wild than seeing ourselves as Africans and look at the problems that Africans are going through and become the solution to those problems. That as long as I have my own money, I have my own car, I have my own opportunity and connections to our perpetrators, I have no problem. I don't care who is suffering, who is not suffering. Africa. Genocide in Nigeria. You know, I was just watching a clip and it happened. I saw how those women and men being murdered, being beaten. It's not fair. It's not fair. The mothers. It's not fair. And for those also doing this, please, it's not fair. It is not fair at all. Everybody has a chance to live. Live. Let others live. Give others a space to live and enjoy life. Let's love each other as Africans. And as a matter of fact, I want to support the fact that we need to go back to our countries and sort out the problems that are happening in our countries. We should not be so proud. The Nigerians are in Kenya doing prostitution when there's genocide happening in their country. The Congolese are busy in Kenya. Prostitution. When in Congo, we have M23 taking their gold. As long as I'm doing business, as long as I have the opportunity, you are so boastful. Go back to your country, build that country. Go back to those hoods, build your hood, build home. That's where you come from. Steve Biko once said, it's better to die for an idea that will live than to live for an idea that is going to die. It doesn't make sense. And Nelson Mandela stayed in jail to see South Africans free. Are South Africans free indeed today? No. They're not enjoying the freedom. Who is denying themselves the freedom? That's the question South Africans need to ask yourselves. Is it the government? Is it your own self? Is it your cultures? Who is denying yourselves that chance to be free, to build your country, to achieve, to employ your own people, create opportunity to your own people? Who is mining oil in your country? Are oil, revenue coming from oil, is it solving the problems that you have in your country? The gold being mined in Congo, is it used to solve the Congolese problems? The oil mined in Kenya, Turkana, is it used to solve the Kenyans' problem? The oil mined in Nigeria, is it solving the citizens' problems, or it has been mobilized by a group of politicians who are busy benefiting and busy inciting people to fight against themselves for them to continue benefiting from the oil. We need to understand if indeed the politicians, the government of African states, if those governments are serving the interests of the people. And we need to figure out, for those ones who are going to leave. But we need to decide that if these people, that if the interest of the people is not served, then we need to get out of our comfort zone. Stop chasing money and solve one thing, government that is not serving the interest of the people. Put out those government and come up with a new system of governance that is going to listen, that is going to govern, that is going to serve the interest of Africa, not the interest of the colonizers. We are Africans, Africa is home, and let us help each other to build it for the sake of the next generation. I love Africa.